Hello, welcome to the Update Student Program Plan training video. In this video, I will be explaining the Student Program Plan page in PeopleSoft for those who have update access to this page. If you have not watched the View Student Program Plan video, please stop this video and watch the View Student Program Plan video. In this video, I will be assuming that you have gathered a strong understanding of how the program plan stack is built and maintained by watching the View video. Navigation to the Student Program Plan page is Records and Enrollment, Career and Program Information, Student Program Plan. This video only covers Program Plan stack updates that follow matriculation, the first active Program Plan stack row. Prior to matriculation, the Program Plan stack is still involved in the admissions process. Questions regarding maintenance of admissions records should be directed to your admissions office. Some important concepts to take into consideration when updating the student's program plan are: to change any student's program plan stack, you should always click the plus button to add a row. When a row is added to the Program tab, a row with the same effective date and effective sequence is added to the Plan tab. Other important concepts include the PeopleSoft academic structure. Please note that the PeopleSoft student career number is often referred to as a program plan stack. PeopleSoft programs are equivalent to schools or divisions. On the Pittsburgh campus, programs are schools. On the regional campuses, programs are divisions. PeopleSoft plans are equivalent to majors, minors, or certificates, and PeopleSoft subplans are equivalent to concentrations, intended majors, or tracks. Additional important concepts include: do not add a row to a discontinue or a completion row. A program plan row should never be added to a discontinued or completed student career number. If a student has a discontinued student career number in your school or division's program, and you want to make that student active in your school or division, you need to readmit the student, therefore creating a new student career number. Advisors and/or dean's office staff should only be adding plan changes, data changes, or discontinued rows. Plan changes should be used when changing a student's major, minor, certificate, concentration, or track. Data changes should only be used when changing a student's expected graduation term. Discontinuations are used when inactivating a student's student career number. Use an effective date of 1 day after the end of the term in which that student enrolled in that student career number as the effective date for a discontinuation. Once information is entered and the Save button is clicked, you will not be able to update that row. You will only be able to add a new row. Any changes after the program plan stack record has been entered and saved will have to be made at the University Registrar's office. Let's go update some student program plan records. In order to get to the student program plan page, click on Records and Enrollment, Career and Program Information, Student Program Plan. Once on this page, enter the student's ID and click on Search. As you can see, this student has two career numbers, career number 0 and career number 1. Let's check out career number 0. As you can see, the student career number is discontinued. An important concept that I just went over is you never want to add a row to a discontinued record. So let's check out the previous record. We are now on student career number 1, where I will show you how to do a plan change. In order to do a plan change on this page, simply click on the plus button, and you'll see that today's date was added as the effective date. Type in PLNC, then go to the Student Plan tab. There are two ways to add a plan. If you know the plan code, you can just type the code into the box. The second way is to use the lookup. I'll show you that in a minute. If you would like to add a second plan for a student, you can click the plus button. This is where you will add the second plan. For this plan, I will show you how to use the lookup to find the plan code. You can do this by clicking the magnifying glass. I would like to add a certificate in American Sign Language as a plan for this student. Type the first couple letters of the plan code and click Lookup. Then just click on the link and the code will be added. If you click on View All, you will see that I have added Astronomy BA and American Sign Language certificate to the student's record. Let's also add a subplan to the student's record. This is a step you do not have to take. Not all students get subplans. I'm going to add a subplan to the student's Astronomy BA plan. To do this, click on the magnifying glass, then click the Lookup button. As you can see, there are two subplans, Science Breadth and Science Communication, that are tied to the Astronomy BA plan. Let's choose Science Communication. Once you have configured the Student Plan and Student Subplan tabs according to how you would like, click back to the Student Program tab and click Save. This student has now been plan changed into Astronomy and American Sign Language plans, as well as a subplan of Science Communication. Now let's data change a student. Go back to Home, click on Records and Enrollment, Career and Program Information, Student Program Plan. Enter the student ID and click Search. Let's check out the career numbers. As you can see, there is an undergraduate career number 0, graduate career number 0, and graduate career number 1. I would like to change this student's graduate record, so I'm going to start with grad career 0. Looks like the student's career number 0 has been discontinued. You never want to add a row to a discontinued record, so let's go to career number 1. You can do this by clicking on Previous in List. This will take us to student career number 1, which is currently matriculated, so we can make changes. In order to make a data change to a student record, click the plus, then type in the program action of DATA. Then make the only change that you should make with data changes, an expected grad term change. Once you have changed the expected grad term, click on Save, and this student now has a new expected grad term of fall 2024. Now let's discontinue a record. Click on Records and Enrollment, Career and Program Information, Student Program Plan. Enter the student ID and click Search. Again, the student has 3 student career numbers, 0, 1, and 2. Let's start out with career number 0. This record is discontinued. Again, we never want to add a row to a discontinued record, so let's go to the previous row. As you can see, we are now in student career number 1. This one is also discontinued. Can't add a record to that either, so let's check out career number 2. We're now in career number 2. The student career number is matriculated, meaning a student is active in this student career number. You can make changes to an active record. In order to discontinue a student career number, click on the plus button, then add an effective date of 1 day after the last day of the term in which a student is or is going to be enrolled in this student career number. For example, I'm going to say this student is going to be discontinued at the end of the 2154 term. The last day of the 2154 term is April 25th, so I will use April 26th as the date on which the student will be discontinued. Simply type the effective date, the program action of DISC, and then click Save. In some cases, when you click on Save, a window will pop up. Notice that this window is a message, not an error. A message window gives you information but allows a transaction to complete. An error window will give you information but not allow the transaction to complete. This message states that the student is term activated in terms after 2154, which are 2157 and 2161. In this case, that is OK, so I simply click on OK. I then get another message. Again, this is a message, not an error. So if I click on OK, the transaction will complete. This is a warning that if you discontinue a student during a term in which that student is enrolled, a tuition calculation error will occur. Once you have read the message, simply click on OK, and the discontinue is now complete. Let's go out and back in just to be sure. Transaction complete. For questions or to request additional training, please contact Enrollment Services in the Office of the University Registrar at 412-624-7649 or registration@registrar.pitt.edu.